Greetings, my earthlings. Welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to do too many things at once. But as you can tell by the title, we are going to be discussing quite a bit of hot topics. I haven't done this in a while where I kind of talk about celebrities. Um, but I want to talk about this because this is some of the things I was listening to this morning, and I just want to weigh in. So we're definitely going to be talking about Gucci Mane, KEYSHIA, KAIOR. I want to talk about this guy first. Hold on, let me turn my thing around so y'all can see who I'm talking about. I want to talk about him first. NAS. He just recently got canceled. He just recently got canceled on social media. He is a TikTok personality. Now, I've seen a few of his videos. He, does like the little like skits and stuff where he kind of talks about like all kinds of stuff. He kind of mocks black women a lot, so I see some of his stuff. Some of his stuff is funny, some stuff is not as funny. But he recently got canceled because of some of the things that the comments and the remarks he was making, the antics he was doing while on a live stream. And while he was on live stream, with and please forgive me if I'm not using the correct term, with a disabled person. And I was just kind of listening to some of the things that people were saying about him, and listening to a few different commentary pieces and think pieces about him. And it goes back to what I was saying before when it comes down to social media. And, he's recently came out and spoke about, how it has affected him, and how, he's disgusted with himself, and how he, apologize, basically doing a public apology, and also doing an apology to the young woman who he disrespected in his live stream. And his excuse was that, he was heavily intoxicated, and it happens sometimes. To me, I'm not really moved by it, his apology, and I'm not really moved by what he did. So it's like I feel no ways about it at all, because it's like, that's life. We cancel somebody, and then the next week we on to something else. So he will eventually, I think he'll overcome this situation. But one thing I wanted to add to it is something that I kind of mentioned yesterday, because he was talking about how it affected him, and he didn't think that, his actions was as bad until he went back to like watch himself on live stream. And it goes back to what I was mentioning yesterday, talking about, we get on, and I get it, gone are the days where we, watch quality content. People like quick stuff. People like to be entertained on a daily basis. So what people are going to do, they're going to get on this platform. They're going to watch people yap. They like myself, people are going to watch gossip blogs. People don't want quality content. And sometimes I want to say gossip blogs don't necessarily give celebrity gossip. Sometimes they really do give informative critiques and stuff about the news. But this is what the world has come to, and now he deactivated his page for a while, and that's going to weigh on you. That's going to weigh on your mental. That's why you got to be mindful when you do come on this platform, that hey, it's millions of people who are watching you. So you can't be a clown. You cannot be a clown every time you come on this platform. And that's what we do. We shuck and jive. We get on here, we just rah, rah, and no one wants to produce quality content. Now, as far as live streams, I do understand that live streams do serve a purpose, and the bigger purpose of the live stream is so that your audience can get to know you on a personal level. And I believe that's why most people live stream, right? But then you have other people who want to be clowns, who want to come on here and misrepresent a certain culture of people. And when they get backlash, then it's like they don't know how to handle it. And I'm talking to myself as well, because I am a content creator, and there might be days where I might just get on live stream and I'm wilding out and I'm having fun, and but sometimes you have to be mindful that there's other people watching, and the world can easily cancel you. And I don't even care about him being canceled necessarily. Hi Yvette, what's going on? I don't necessarily care about him being canceled, because I feel like in today's world, everybody gonna cancel you for the smallest little things. It's like the world is so fickle. The world is so fickle when it comes down to canceling people. But I just want to talk about it because I'm like, dang. Everybody was so, and what he did was very wrong and very disgusting, but you can tell in his apology, he was over apologizing. And I personally truly believe he meant it. But at the same time, you could tell a lot of it was just so people can get off his back. And in a sense, I don't blame him. In a sense, I do not blame him. It's like, all right, because people are going to keep coming for me. People are going to keep giving threats. People are going to keep, Hey, Melinda. So if y'all are just not coming in, it's a few topics I'm going to be talking about today. One is this guy here. His name is NAS. He's a social media personality. He's kind of big on TikTok. He basically got canceled for some of the things he was doing and saying on his live stream when there was and forgive me if I'm not using the correct term, a disabled person on the other end, and he was saying some really nasty and disgusting things. So I'm gonna finish my talking point about him, and then we're gonna also talk about Gucci Mane and his wife, KEYSHIA KAIOR. I wanted to talk about something. I love Gucci. Gucci is an Aquarius, and y'all know I love all Aquariuses out there. And I followed his story. I read his book, his first book, not the one he's promoting now. I read his first book. I followed KEYSHIA KAIOR's story. I really like them as a couple, but it is some things I did want to talk about when it comes down to mental health, his journey, and what his new book is about. Hi Craig Williams, thank you for tuning into the live stream. Make sure y'all hit that like button, by the way, if y'all in here. So we're gonna talk about a few things: mental health, KEYSHIA KAIOR, Gucci Mane, their relationship, and I'm gonna finish my talking point about this guy that's on the back, which his name is NAS. And again, he is new support. Hi, thank you, DT Hope. Thank you for being a supporter. So, as I was mentioning, the young man in this picture right here, NAS, he just got canceled for some of the things that he did on TikTok while being on live stream. And my thing about that is, one of the points I was mentioning yesterday is that we get on these social media platforms and we act crazy because we're shucking and jiving, we're trying to entertain, we're clowning, and you got to realize some of that stuff can come back to bite you. And this is for all content creators out there. If you are a content creator, just be mindful, because the world is so fickle. One moment they love you, the next minute they are trying to cancel you. And again, not to take up for him, because what he did was just outright wrong. And the apology he made, like I said before, you can tell that he was trying to over apologize, not only because he knew it was wrong, but because he wanted it to die down. And I can imagine, when people cancel you, the world is unforgiving. The world is so unforgiving. When they cancel you, they'll send death threats, and then they'll keep blowing up your phone. He had to turn off his social media. He had to deactivate his page for a while. And that can weigh a lot on your mental. So when you get on these platforms, just be mindful of how you are being a representation, and how you are affecting someone, and how this could potentially come back to you in the future if you clowning and doing just foolishness. Make sure there's a deeper meaning and a message behind what you're doing. And all the time, it's not going to be stuff deep. When you get on here, sometimes it is for entertainment, because I'm not against it. Like, every time you come on social media, there does not have to be like this, oh, I'm on here to help people, and I'm this and I'm that, and I'm just trying to, it ain't got to be all of that. It can just honestly be you. And social media is for entertainment as well. So again, don't get it twisted. I come on here, we joke around, we clown around, but you just got to be mindful. Hey Rodney, thank you so much for sending the 100s, the what was it, I'm sorry, the gifts. Thank you, I appreciate it. Hi Epi, what's going on? So yeah, so that's my talking. I'm done with that talking point, talking about this guy NAS, who just got canceled on social media. Now, my next talking point, I want to talk about Gucci Mane and KEYSHIA KAIOR. They're literally one of my I love them. I love their story. I love just how they became a couple. I don't know if I got a good clear picture. There they go. Let me see if I can move myself out. There we go. KEYSHIA KAIOR and Gucci Mane. I'm not putting them on no pedestal, because I understand that relationships are not perfect. There's no such thing as a relationship goals besides you and your relationship with God. I want that to be my relationship goal, to have the best relationship with God. But as a couple, I re-uploaded my vlog. Okay, cool. I'm gonna check it out then, Rodney. And y'all make sure y'all check out Rodney's new vlog. He just posted. Exactly. Oh wow, that's so sad. Yeah. So I want to talk about, because I was listening to their Breakfast Club interview, and I had no. So it's like we knew, but we didn't know to the extent. Gucci Mane, if y'all know who he is, he's a rapper from Atlanta, East Atlanta, and he was basically having manic episodes. These are his words, and he had to get diagnosed for, whatever illness he's having right now. And that he's actually had for quite some time, but a lot of people didn't know. When they would hear and see him spazzing out on social media, they just chunked it up as, oh, it's the drugs, or he's acting crazy. But no one didn't know that it was a cry for help. No one didn't know that what he was going through was a cry for help. So I wanted to talk about that because this is where his wife comes in at. I read his first book. If you haven't read his first book, it's a autobiography that he wrote. And it's really good. Like, you really get to know him as a person outside of the persona of the rapper that he's become. And the thing about Gucci is that he just did not have the best reputation at all when it comes down to social media. He basically, before crazy, that Gucci. So if you know anything about Kanye West and his aunt's schizophrenia, I believe, okay, that's what it was. She helped him manage it all. Okay, yes, she did. That is correct. Thank you, Rodney. Thank you for that. Yes. And that's so crazy. And it just makes me think, because, me being a single black woman out here, we sometimes women, we pray for like, oh, my spouse, my partner, but you never know what you have to deal with when you get into a marriage. That's a hard task right there. The ups and downs and having to manage being in a relationship with someone who is schizophrenic. And a lot of people don't know some of these illnesses get developed by trauma, which is so crazy. And we go through an awful lot. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm no doctor here. I don't know if that can be hereditary, but most of the time when I hear about illnesses like that, is usually because of trauma. Trauma causes that. And it just makes me wonder. I'm like, dang, this man was really out here going through stuff. And honestly, to be honest, it was bad. I read his first book. He talked about a lot of stuff he used to do. But it could have been worse, though, y'all. Imagine, it could have been worse. But KEYSHIA KAIOR definitely helped him flip his money. They got married, and I'm glad he trusts her with his life, basically. But she mentions that he has moments. And he said, he kind of walked us through it on the Breakfast Club, if y'all got a chance to listen to that interview. It's because he cloned. That is such the long, like, I've heard that so many times about him being cloned. I don't believe it's true. I mean, people can change, but let me see. I got a picture. What's going on, Elevated? So if you're coming in here, I'm talking about KEYSHIA KAIOR and Gucci. And another thing that she mentioned was they asked KEYSHIA. He was like this prior to them getting married. What made her want to decide, like, I'm gonna take this task on? Because that's heavy. I'm gonna be honest. If I'm with somebody who I love, I personally wouldn't think it was smart, or I know I wouldn't be able to handle somebody who's schizophrenic or who's spazzing out, who's having these episodes. I don't think I would be able to go, handle that. That would be crazy. And she took on that task and said, "Nah, I'm gonna handle this." She said, in her words, and I quote, "Because I can fix him." Do y'all believe, that's kind of my question of the day I want to get to. Do y'all believe a woman can fix a man? I mean, she's helped him thus far, right? They've been together for a very, very long time. But I don't know if a woman can fix, I don't think an individual can fix another individual, period, man or woman. Can fix the their partner. That's crazy. But she's very patient. And she seems okay, like and they was asking her, like, how has she handled this? You know, who does she go to? Like, I'm just thinking about myself, like, I don't know if I can handle this. Now, there's one thing if you're already together and then it happens after y'all are together versus she knew what she signed up for. She's like, nah, I can handle this. Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot. Gucci being adamant at working with her as she managed his disorder is true. It is. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm glad that he was able to trust her, because a lot of people like that, you know, if you have that type of disorder, you don't trust nobody. You know what I'm saying? You don't. He said he couldn't even trust his own mother. So that is a heavy position to play. Not only your regular wifely duties, but now you got to be a therapist. Now you got to be this. Now you got to be that. That's a lot. That's a heavy burden to carry. I personally think I couldn't do it. Now, again, if we're already married and then all of a sudden it happens, obviously, yeah, like I'm here for better or for worse. But beforehand and the signs are there, I'm like, I don't think I want to do this. So that's very brave of her. That's very, what's the word I'm looking for? Not brave, but I can't think of a bigger word than nice or sweet, but it's commendable. Because I like, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. But y'all let me know in the chat. Do y'all think a woman, or it doesn't even have to be a woman fixing a man. Do y'all think a man can fix a woman? You don't really hear too many men say they can fix women. You mostly hear women say they can fix men. I personally don't believe that that's true. I don't think an individual can fix another individual. I just think with time, that person, that individual has to kind of want it, and you could just help them, guide them, but you can't technically fix that person. The only person that can fix somebody is God, right? So a woman can fix a man that is willing. Yeah, basically what I was just saying. Yep, that is willing to put in the work. Exactly. And thank God Gucci was able to recognize that he needed help, and he was willing to put in the work, because that's a lot. I don't know. Again, I don't know if y'all know much about his history and what he, all the stuff he done been through. When he used to spaz out on social media, the stuff he went through, just the battle between him and Jeezy. He goes into detail about that in his book too, y'all. His first book, not the book he's promoting now. I'm gonna buy this. So he said he got 3 books out. So I didn't read the second book. I read the first book, but he's promoting a book now, his 3rd book, talking about his mental health, called Episodes. I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna read it, because I love, like, knowing about celebrities beyond their persona. Like, I love to know who that person really is. Like, I can't wait to read it. I'm gonna order it. But I don't know if y'all know much about his past or his history or whatever the case may be, but he used to be something else. And I like how when he went on the Breakfast Club, he was just like, man, he knows it. And that's good when you can recognize it, because some people be out here like they have no idea that or they can't recognize that they are truly in danger and that they need help. And it's a good thing that, and she said the last 5 years he hasn't had an episode, which is great, since 2020. And he said 2020, I guess, was his last episode during COVID, which, to be honest, during that time, that kind of made everybody a little crazy. You know what I'm saying? Low-key, that made everybody kind of, so I could see him getting triggered around that particular time. Gucci a clone. You think so? I don't think he a clone. I think it's okay to, like, change up, I know his appearance looks hella different. Let me see if I got any pictures of what he used to look like. Anybody know how he used to look? Well, okay, this ain't no good picture, but you can see he got the pot belly. That was from, like, drinking all that lean and doing all them, that stuff. And, smoking, drinking. And then him to the right side, or y'all's left, I don't know what side y'all see it on. He's worked out, he's skinny, he's smaller. He looks good, he looks healthy. Low-key, I ain't even for lie to you. He looks attractive. Like, minus the tattoos in the face. I'm not a fan of tattoos in the face, like, at all. That's a no-go. But I love tall, dark, and handsome. He looks handsome. He looks healthy. He looks better. He looks like mentally he's in a good space. You know, he looks like mentally he's really in a good space. But yeah, y'all ain't answer my question. What y'all think? Don't let me be alone in this. Riley, the only person who answered my question. Do y'all think that a woman can fix a man, or do you think a man can fix a woman? Yes or no? Psychological disorders are usually is hereditary. So in his, I wonder if he got it from his granddad or from his dad. So I don't know if y'all know much about Gucci, but in his first book he mentioned that how he got the name Gucci Mane, which was from his granddaddy, because his granddaddy used to be in the military, and his granddaddy used to go overseas a lot, and he used to wear all of the finest like material and fabrics, and he used to wear like a lot of Gucci, and so they used to call him the Gucci Man, right? And so when he got a hold of the name, they was like, oh, you just like your granddaddy, you know. They used to call him Lil Gucci Man, and then he changed it up to Gucci Mane, right? So I wonder if he got it from his granddaddy. I wonder if there was any effects in the military that his granddaddy might have had that could have, you know, skipped his real dad and passed on to him. But okay, that would make sense then. Yeah, psychological disorders, definitely hereditary. That's crazy. Let me see. They can help them and aid them in the direction of healing. Right, they can help, but I don't think you can actually fix somebody. And the reason why I'm honing in on that part is because that was her exact words in the interview. I don't know if y'all watched the Breakfast Club, but I listened to the Breakfast Club this morning, and I was like, oh, my favorite couple. And like, he's so low-key now. He's so low-key. Cause I be saying that all the time. I'm like, dang, like he don't really be on social media like that. Like his wife will be on social media, but he's not really on social media like that. And the only reason why she's probably on social media is because she know a business needs to be ran. But I seen her own personal interview that she had with Carlos King. He's another person. He usually interviews like celebrities and personality stars and stuff like that. And on the interview she had with him, they just sound like they're so at peace. And she was like, she don't care for none of this stuff. Like, and then she comes from, I don't want to say like a lot of money, but she's Jamaican, right? And her dad, I guess, used to have like, you know, some type of like street cred or what have you. And he was well respected in Jamaica. And so, you know, he had a little money. So she never really necessarily wanted or needed for much. So she wasn't impressed, basically, is what I'm trying to say, by Gucci or anything he had. And that's why she was able to flip his money, because, you know, her sole goal was to help him. And I'm like, dang, that's love right there. That's so, I'm like, they're blessed to have each other, but I honestly believe he is truly blessed to have somebody like her. And I hope they never break up. Like, I pray they stay together, because like listening to her talk in her own separate interview, listening to him talk now that he's kind of like mature, wiser, older, and healthier, it seems like dang, y'all really. And she said, like, you know, everything isn't like, you know, peaches and cream, but for the most part, like, they're healing. They're in the healing process together. Like, she's in it with him. That's like just so beautiful to like hear stuff like that. But yeah, let me know what y'all think. Besides Gucci being a clone, because I've heard that several times. I don't believe that. I don't know. He looks the same. He just looks healthier, to me personally, and skinnier. But I can't imagine like somebody like going through that. And to be honest, it makes me think about Kanye West. Like I feel like the world kind of already knows that Kanye West. It seems like sometimes he have these like manic episodes, but it's like, I wish that's like what Gucci has, KEYSHIA KAIOR, that's what Kanye West needs real bad, right? And I'm not even finna like throw no shade at Kim. I'm pretty sure Kim tried to help. I don't think Kim just like didn't care. I think she just didn't have the patience like KEYSHIA KAIOR did. I don't think she had the patience. You know, matter of fact, who was I talking to? I was talking to, maybe it was my mom. I'm like, one thing black women got is patience. I don't care. You can argue with your mama on that one. I think we have lots of patience, more than ever. Like, just think about the relationships that we choose to be in. We have, like, we have our moments where we spaz out, where we finally get tired, where we finally want to give up. But for the most part, one thing black women got is patience, and that's something I believe that Kim didn't have. I'm pretty sure she went through it with Kanye. I'm pretty sure she had her moments to where she really was trying to fight for their marriage. And I think she mentioned it too on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Like, I seen like little clips, like she was like she tried to fight really hard, but she was defeated. She was real defeated by Kanye West. But I think it does help when you are going through stuff like that to have a partner who's like not gonna leave. And she said it too in the interview, KEYSHIA KAIOR. She was like, I ain't going nowhere. And I like that for them. She's a Capricorn, by the way. I like Capricorns. They're very like persistent. Like, they don't give up. That's one thing I will say. Like, they do not give up on you at all. Like, so I will say that, but they gotta love you now. They're not gonna do that with everybody. They just not. Hi, Dissenta. I didn't see you in here. Greetings. What's going on? So if you are just joining the chat, I'm talking about relationships. I'm talking specifically about this relationship, KEYSHIA KAIOR and Gucci. And I'm kind of piggybacking off of some of the clips and things I seen on the Breakfast Club interview that I was listening to this morning. And I just think it's beautiful that, when you have a partner who doesn't want to give up, that's amazing. Like, through all of your, like, and also low key, I wonder if it's a fear. Like, you know how you love someone so much, it's like you can't leave. I wonder if it's something like that too. Like I can't leave. I know if I leave him, he's going to destroy himself. I wonder if she has those thoughts, because I don't think they asked her that. I think it could be a little bit of fear too. Like, imagine somebody who you are like, you love, but you know that they have these moments where they just like toxic. They have these moments where they're just like toxic. It's, but you know that you can help them, not fix them, but you can help them. And the moment that you have the idea to leave, that can truly break them, and you don't want to see that for your significant other. Hi, Vanessa. Hello, Korean chat. Let's go. What's going on, Anthony? I know Anthony don't know these people. Before I get to talking, Anthony gonna be like, I don't know who that is. Well, that's Gucci and KEYSHIA KAIOR. I'm just kind of like talking about their relationship and how he's promoting a book that he just published, talking about mental health and awareness, and how he basically was diagnosed with, I think Ronnie said, I know it was some type of like mental disorder basically, and how his wife just basically helped him. But we kind of knew about KEYSHIA KAIOR like when he first got out of jail. Like, she's very, very loyal. She was like holding him down. I know more about that lady than I do. Really? I'm surprised. Okay, that's interesting. What do you know about KEYSHIA KAIOR? Because a lot of people know her mostly because of Gucci, so that's interesting. Gucci gave her a bag before he got locked up, and she flipped it into she did. If I can tell you guys, y'all remember when I'm gonna bring my damn, let me know see me. Can y'all see me? Put a 1 in the chat. I know she's the one with the lipstick. Oh, yep, you're right. Yep, that's correct. Yep. I read an article. Oh, you read an article about her a long time ago. Okay. Okay, you can hear me. Cool. But yeah, so what was I talking about before I got interrupted? But yeah, so she's done a lot for their relationship. She's done an awful lot for their relationship. And it just makes me think, like I said before, I don't know if I could do some of those things, but that's a very strong woman right there. And they got a strong bond. They seem to have it together. I am rooting for them. Me too. That's what I said. I am so rooting for them. I am so rooting for them. And not, again, like I said, I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, relationship goals. Like, I know that their relationship is perfect. I don't want my relationship to be like that at all, because that's tough. I wouldn't want to have someone who has a mental disorder. And it's probably a lot of people who do, who are suppressing it and don't even know that they have a mental disorder. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot, especially people who fall on hard times or witness or go through a lot of trauma. A lot of people suppress it. And it seems like that's what he was doing low-key through his music. And obviously smoking, drinking, you know, formulating all those bad habits, and, you know, being around the environment that he was in, it just made it worse, because people wasn't helping him. They was making it worse. They was giving him more alcohol. They was giving him more weed and stuff to smoke and drink. Like, you know, so they wasn't really helping him. Exactly. She gets money with her own business. Exactly. Yeah, I mentioned earlier, like, she came from a background of money. She had a business like mine, so she didn't, you know, she didn't need his money. She basically had her own money, took his money, flipped it, gave it back, and he basically trusts her with everything. According to him, like, he trusts her with everything. And that's so good. Like I said before, people who have mental disorders, they don't trust nobody. They don't trust nobody. He literally said he could not trust his mom, so he only could trust her. And that's so good. Not so good, like, you know, you want to trust your mom to a certain extent. I understand your parents are human beings too. Some people can't trust their parents. But it's so good that he at least has somebody in his corner who he can trust. He has somebody in his corner that he can trust. Uh-oh, my signal breaking up. Okay, is it good now? Okay, it's good. I had to go out and come back in. Okay. I don't go for the mental disorder line. What you mean? Oh, you think he just be doing stuff? You don't think there's no I think there is, because I know you don't know much about him per se, but me kind of following them and I like Gucci, so I just always did. He went through a lot of stuff where it's like, when you think about it in hindsight, you like, oh dang, that's definitely given, because it would come out of nowhere, and it used to seem like it was so unprovoked. It's like, what is he talking about? He would just have his little episodes where he'd go on rants, like, for days, not just like 1 day, 2 day, like for days. And I get, of course, a part of it is the drugs and stuff like that, but I think it's that on top of the drugs, on top of the stress, and, you know, just being a celebrity. Just being a celebrity, period. But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. The first topic, if y'all want to catch the playback, I'm talking about Nas. He is honestly, I saw his stuff, this guy here, but I didn't know exactly who he was. Like I said again, like, he's a social media personality. His name is Nas, and he went on social media and he started talking real crazy to a, like, disabled person, and he was just wilding out, acting crazy and all that stuff. So I kind of talk about him in the first half of this live stream. So, oh, my bad, dang, I think I was on mute. But yeah, if y'all want to go back and listen to the first half of this, y'all can go back to the beginning. But yeah, the main question that I did have, though, for you guys was, do you think women can fix a man? Yes or no? Because in the interview that KEYSHIA had on the Breakfast Club, her exact words was, before they got married, she took on the task of saying, yep, I wanted to fix him. I knew what I was signing up for. She was very confident. I ain't gonna lie. I would go in with one foot in, with my eyes like this. Like, do I wanna? I don't think I would. Matter of fact, I wouldn't even go in the relationship like that. But sometimes it's like, once you invest it, you invest it. And it be like that. And that's why a lot of people stay in toxic relationships, because it's like, once I'm in, I'm in it, you know? Let me see. Anybody else getting Corey chopping? Oh, is it chopped up? You might have to come in and come back out, elevated. Like, come out and then come back in. I don't think anyone can fix. Yeah, that's what I said too. I don't think an individual can fix another individual. Like, I don't think a man can fix a woman. I don't think a woman can fix a man. I think it's honestly a person who's willing to want to fix themselves, and you can just help them, right? And you got to be a person that they can trust, that is going to truly help them get through whatever it is that they're going through. All right, let me back the spaceship up real quick, y'all. I think most people like to wallow in their own despair. I could see that, but I don't think Gucci has, though. I don't think, well, since they've been married, I don't think he has. I think before he did, because he had no guidance. And sometimes when you have no guidance, you know, all you can do is just sit there and mope around and you know, do crazy stuff, and you know, because it's a cry for attention or a cry for help. Oh shoot, dang, I forgot Jay's finna be live. I got a notification from her. Okay, that makes sense. Everybody in Jay live. I didn't even know she was live. Well, I knew she had a live, but I forgot it was today. If a person wants, can y'all see me? Y'all probably can't because this little thing is in the way. If a person wants to change, they will change. I believe a lot of people want to change, but may not. It may be a process. It may be a process. Sometimes people don't realize how they are affecting other people until it really, really hits. And then that's where the wanting or desire to change will come in. My personal opinion, I could be wrong. That is kind of my thought process. Like, some people may have the idea like, oh, maybe I need to, but until it truly affects them or somebody they love, then sometimes they snap like, oh shoot, like, okay, maybe I do need to get my life together. But yeah, it takes time. That's not something where someone points it out like, hey, you need to do this to get your act together. People are not going to automatically be like, oh, okay, you're right, let me think about it. It's like, stuff has to happen in order for someone to, you know, to come to that realization. I don't know about him specifically, but crazy people do crazy things. I mean, shoot, that's true. I will say, according to them and their interview that they did today, since they've been married, they've been good. However, he has had like a few episodes in between, except for the last 5 years. So they've been married since 2016, if I'm not mistaken. It's almost 10 years. So like maybe that first half was a little rocky because, you know, saying it's new and she's trying to learn how to navigate being a wife, dealing with a, you know, someone who has a mental disorder. And then she said these last 5 years, he hasn't had an episode. So I agree. Yeah. But y'all, I'm about to get off here because I totally forgot that Jay and Anthony's was going live today. And then plus, I do need to go home. Well, you know, get in the house and finish up some editing. So I'm gonna probably see y'all in these YouTube streets. Let me know what y'all think about the topics that I talked about today. KEYSHIA, KAIOR, Gucci Mane, women and men, relationships, mental health we talked about, and can a woman fix a man or can a man fix a woman? Do you think that's even a thing? And then also the last guy who I talked about, which his name is NAS, and I kind of touched on social media and how you should be mindful, especially when you're in a community to where the world is unforgiving. It's very unforgiving, so you should be mindful of what you say and do. Unless you just don't care. Now, some people, knowing that you gonna care when that backlash come, you might want to double check what you got to, you know, what you about to say. But anyway, thank you guys so much. Damn, I missed it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm wrapping up, but you can catch the playback. I talked about these two back here, Gucci Mane and some other few celebrities as well, personalities, because I don't want to call that other guy a celebrity. I'm gonna call him a social media personality. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hi, Tina Mo. I would have loved to hear your opinion. I know you come through and you drop them gifts and you dip, but thank you. But if you do catch the playback, I would love to hear your thoughts on it. Me talking about Gucci Mane and KEYSHIA. Can a woman save a man? Can a woman fix a man? Can a man fix a woman? and also mental disorders and getting in a relationship with somebody who does have a mental disorder. So let me know if y'all decide to catch the playback. Leave me a comment in the comment section below, and I will see y'all in my next vlog or live. I'll just thank you so much. Thank you. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all in Jay's